The following is a production of the Neighborhood Sports Network. Find us at nspn.tv. Spring has sprung. As winter grinds into a spring of uncertainty, a new challenge is born of wind and sky and stone. There is freedom in the open air, a chance to push against the gale, to find a hidden inner power and prove that spirit, not the wind, prevails. So let it rain, let the sun rise high, for we are not made for comfort, but for this: to match the storm beneath the changing sky and find within the fight a moment's bliss. The elements may rage, the ground may break, but in this fierce battle, we await.
Hello and welcome to our coverage of State Softball 26 on NSPN. I'm Ryan Phelps. We'll have every game this week from North Mankato as we make our way toward Championship Friday at the U of M. Now, let's head out live to Caswell Park and meet the teams and our crew who will bring you all of today's action. You're watching State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
I'd like to thank Ryan Phelps for that introduction as we get ready to go for this Class 2A consolation semifinal, which will field the Rockford Rockets, the champions of Section 5, taking on the champions of Section 7, the team from Esko. As we're moments away from the start of this one, we'll have the introductions have wrapped up. The meeting will now take place. Rockford with a record of 23-4, coming off a tough loss yesterday, losing 6-3 to St. Cloud Cathedral. Esko's coming off a 9-0 loss to Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial as the Knights continued their perfect season with a 9-0 victory. They'll play St. Cloud Cathedral, leader today. As we take a look, these two teams on the field right now. Here's a little bit about Esko, the Section 7 champs, coming in with a record of 18-7. Defeated Greenway Nashua Kiwan in the Section 7 championship. It's their 12th trip to state and their second straight, and they were state champs in 1998. Now as we take a look at the Rockets, they come in 23-4 after the loss yesterday. Defeated Southwest Christian by a score of 7-1 on their way to the state tournament. This is their 6th trip to state and their 2nd since 2016. We're in the Class 2A consolation round. As they meet at the mound, we'll now introduce you the starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard. Esko. Leading off at shortstop is Clara Swanson. Batting second is the catcher, Addie Johnson. In the circle today is Kiara Leach. In center field is number 21, Ellie Barda. At first base is number 11, Cadence Gahn. The designated player today is Cam Corcola. In left field is Emma Atkins. At third base is Lucy Barda. The second baseman today is Hannah Romer. And in right field, the flex is Brooke McKibben. Head coach, Jeff Emanuel of the Esko Eskimos. The Rockford Rockets will start like this. At second base, Gabby Hellman. In right field is Ashley Stores. In the circle today is Lily Murray. Behind the plate is Sophie Westgard. In center field is number 16, Franny Wacholtz. At first base is number 2, Lauren Egbert. At shortstop, today's number 4, Kinsley Kelby. In left field is number 5, Kiara Griffin. And at third base is Ashley Mintz. Head coach of the Rockets, Don Ingebretson. 30 years with Rockford, 436 and 192. So they continue to meet at home plates. We'll take a break, come back. First pitch around the corner here between Esko and Rockford on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Rockets are on the field for their warm-ups, getting ready to go. Lily Berry in the circle for Raymond. Or excuse me, Rockford, I apologize. For Rockford, Berry went yesterday. Gave up 6 runs on 9 hits, struck out 9, walked 2, but was hurt by the long ball. She gave up a pair of home runs to Taylor Bunnett and Kira Alexander in that 6-3 defeat to St. Cloud Cathedral. Claire Swanson, Eddie Johnson, Carol Leach do up for Esko to start things off. Esko looking for their first hit of the tournament. They were no hit yesterday by Nettie Parsons of Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial, the only undefeated team in the tournament. They moved to 25-0 and will play at 4:30 today here on this field in a semifinal. Swanson will dig in. First pitch at 11:35 a.m. is in there for a strike. Wind continuing to pick out, blowing out to right on this field. Ground ball to second, scooped up there. Altman over to first to Egbert for the first out of the ball game. Strong wind blowing out to right field and across, kind of swirling a little bit as Eddie Johnson will dig in. Again, it's Griffin, Wachholtz, and Storrs in the outfield for Rockford. Mance, Kelvey, Altman, and Egbert across the infield. Berry in the circle, Westgard behind the plate as Berry delivers a strike there. It's 0-1. Thank you for tuning in. Class 2A consolation round coverage here on NSPN.TV as that one misses inside. Ground into the right side. Egbert steps on the bank, takes the out herself, and quickly 2 away in the Esko half of the first inning. Kira Leach will dig in. Leach takes that one outside and high. As Caledonia strikes first on DGF on the field next to us with a solo home run. The winner of this one will play the winner of that one at 11 a.m. on field 3 tomorrow. Leach digs in. It's 1-1 to her. Now 1-2 as Leach waves at that one. Rockford yesterday led 3-0, but it was a 5-run inning. That proved to be the difference as Berry gets a strikeout of Leach. 3 up, 3 down for Esko in the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning, We're scoreless here in Mankato.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Welcome back. We head to the Rockford half of the first. Gabby Altman, Ashley Storrs, and Lily Berry coming up. Altman yesterday was 1 for 3 with a walk as well. Ashley Storrs was 1 for 4. And Lily Berry was 0 for 4 at the plate. They'll face Kira Leach, who took the loss on the mound for Esko yesterday. Leach went 5 innings, allowed 8 runs, 6 earned, walked 2, gave up 2 home runs, and allowed 7 hits. She's been the go-to pitcher for Esko the past few years, and she's in the circle today for Rockford, or for Esko against Rockford, excuse me, as we get ready for the bottom of the first of this Class 2A consolation semifinal. As Gabby Altman will dig in. Leach rocks and delivers. That one is low for a ball. Altman looking to set the table at the top of the order for Rockford. I got off to a fast start yesterday, but that lead evaporated. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1 to Altman. The 1-1. Grounded back to Leach. She fields her position. Fires over to God for the first out and quickly 1 away in the Rockford half of the first inning. That brings up Ashley Storrs. The right fielder digs in to face Leach as Leach takes a look and will deliver. That one over the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Leach. Just painted that perfectly at the knees. And also an even nice job by Addie Johnson with how she framed that one. Brought that one up even higher. The 0-1 inside for a ball. It's 1-1 now. Class 2A and Single A consolation round taking place right now on our fields. The 1-1. That's fouled back. And now 1-2. Rockford coming in with a record 23-4 overall. Esko coming in with a record of 18-7. The 1-2. Rope to center field for a base hit. As Storrs will reach with the game's first hit. That one got too much of the plate, and Storrs was all over that one with the single. Now bring up Lily Berry. As Leach rocking the shades today, delivers that one over the corner, but just low and a little out, and it's 1-0. The 1-0, looking outside, but too far. Leach misses that one. It's now 2-0. As she likes to do, she will take a turn around the third base side of the circle, then come back to the rubber after each pitch. The 2-0. That one misses low, 3-0. We saw in our first game, pitchers have their little routines, almost like them to goalies in hockey. That's the 3-0. That's right down Broadway, and it's now 3-1 to Barry. Leach delivers the 3-1. That's off the hands into the netting. And it'll be 3-2, and Leach has done a nice job working her way back against her pitching counterpart to work the count full to Barry. The 3-2. Lofted on the line to center field. That's down for a base hit. And a line drive single for Barry has the Rockets with runners at first and second and one away here in their half of the first as Sophie Westgard will dig in. And we'll have a courtesy runner at first. And running at first will be Anna Mance. Sophie Westgard, left-handed hitting. Catcher will dig in. Now digs in, open stance, as you see from a lot of the lefties. We'll take that one for a ball just missing. That's now 1-0 to Westcott with the runner at first and second. One away in the Rocket half. That one's popped to left field, given chase, but it falls in front to Atkins, but it falls foul. It's now 1-1. Leach is already thrown 14, 15 pitches now in the first. The 1-1. Grounded to the right side. Gunn steps on the bag. Now fires across. But getting the third in time is Stores. Ground out moves the runners up a base. But it's two away. As Franny Buckles will dig in. 2 1-out singles. And now a ground ball. The third has runners at second and third. That one's low. Johnson does a nice job staying in front of that one. The 1-0. Waved at there as Wacholtz had a big cut on that one from the offering of Leach. Wacholtz yesterday was 0 for 2. In the loss to St. Cloud Cathedral. The 1-1. Low. And it's now 2-1. Leach has been around the plate for the most part. When she's falling behind, it's just been the height of the pitches. Just get under the knee. The 2-1 goes upstairs. And it's 3-1 now. First base is open. Lauren Egbert, a dangerous hitter, hit a home run yesterday, awaits on deck. The 3-1. Grounded to third, scooped there by Barta. The throw across is in time. And Leach works around the jam to keep it scoreless after an inning of play. We'll be back here on NSPN.TV. It's scoreless between Esko and Rockford.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
Head back here to the second inning. Ellie Barta, Kanan Scott, and Cam Corkla due up for Esko. We thank you for tuning in to NSPN.TV's coverage of The tournament 26 here from Mankato. Might be a couple of changes as there's a umpire coach meeting taking place right now. Ali Barda will bat for Esko. Berry worked a scoreless first. As Barda will dig in, the center fielder for Esko. That one's off the hands, popped to first base, and underneath it there's Egbert for the out. And quickly one away in the Esko half of the second inning. They'll bring up Caden's gun. We'll dig in. Left-handed hitting first baseman for Esko. Takes that one down the middle. It's 0-1 to her. Gun offered, but kept her hands back. It's 1-1. That one waved at off speed. Berry getting ahead. Gone way out in front of that one. It's now 1-2. Thank you for tuning in on NSPN.TV. Jason Groth here with you at the call. Berry has quickly retired the first 5 batters. It's gone. Swings through the off speed pitch for the second strikeout of the game, and quickly 2 away here in the Esko half of the second. I'll bring up Cam Korkula. The designated player swings through that first pitch. And it's 0-1 to her. Again, Esko looking for the first hit in the tournament. They were no hit yesterday by Nettie Parsons. That one just misses the corner. Berry was looking for that outside corner. Westgard tried to frame it and bring it back into the zone, but she did not. It's now 1-1 the count. Off speed upstairs. And it's 2-1 here to the better Cam Korkula, the designated player. Winner of this will play at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the consolation final, that one misses outside. They'll play either DGF or Caledonia. And Caledonia leads Dilworth Clinton Felton by a score of 1-0. And the other consolation semifinal, the 3-1. Strike in there from Berry. She battles back in the count to make it 3-2. The 3-2. Strike 3 called. Korkula down on strikes. The second strikeout of the inning, third of the game for Berry. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for Esko. In the top of the second, we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be back here on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted, with a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports, stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strip Varsity. Subscribe today at StarTribune.com/StripVarsity.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second. Kara Leach finishing her warm-ups. Follow it all on Strip Varsity, including your favorite team, stats, scores, schedules, and standings. Tune in year-round as we cover 30-plus sports across Minnesota. Visit StripVarsity.com. Again, that's StripVarsity.com. So we head to the bottom of the second. Lauren Egbert, Kinsley Kelvey, and Kieran Griffin due up for Rockford. Egbert takes that one outside. Egbert yesterday was 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in, had a home run in their 6-3 defeat to St. Cloud Cathedral. As the 1-0 is fouled off. That's quickly 1-1 to Egbert. Strong breeze here at Caswell Park in Mankato, blowing on this field, is blowing out to right, so going across from left to right. That one out the hands. Egbert pops that one up, coming in, and a nice grab there by Barta as she gets the sinking line drive and catches that one in center field. Does Ellie Barta as she had to come in. As that one was sinking, she was able to get her glove under it for the first out here in the second. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 4, Kinsley Kelvey. That one is low from Leach. And it's 1-0. Leach was able to work out of trouble in the first. After a pair of 1-out singles, she induced a pair of ground balls. That one's lifted to short center field. Actually, at shortstop coming across is Clara Swanson as she makes the catch. And Leach is now retired 4 in a row. That'll bring up Kieran Griffin, the left fielder. That one's in there for a strike from Leach. Ashley Mansoit's on deck. The 0-1. That one's lifted high. Underneath it is the catcher. And she makes a ranging catch, does Johnson, as Lucy Barta was charging in. But it's Johnson who makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets in the second. We're scoreless through 2 from Caswell Park in the Class 2A Consolation Semifinals. We'll be back here on NSPN.TV.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Welcome back to Mankato. To take a look at the field adjacent to us, DGF has went deep, and it's now a 2-1 ball game, DGF on Caledonia. Back here on our main field, we head to the third. We're scoreless between Esko and Rockford. Emma Atkins, Lucy Barta, and Hannah Romer due up for Esko here in the third against Lily Berry. That one's in there for a strike. Starts on the inside part of the plate. Barry has faced the minimum through 2 with 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 just misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1 on its way inside, and now it's 2-1. To the batter, Emma Atkins. The 2-1 offering, right down Broadway, and it's now 2-2. Catcher Westgard does a nice job working behind the plate. The 2-2 looking to extend the zone outside. It's too far. It's now 3-2 to the batter, Atkins. As the wind continues to pick up, Atkins delivers. And she swings over that pitch from Barry for the strikeout. That's the 4th strikeout of the game, 3rd in a row for Lily Berry. Now bring up Lucy Barda. Esko looking for their first base runner in today's game. As we're here in the 3rd, we're scoreless between Rockford and Esko. Waved at there as Barda swings at that first one. A ball tailing in to the right-handed hitters. The catcher set up outside, but that one came all the way inside. The 0-1 off speed, and Barda out in front of that one. A nice change of pace there from Barry, as Barda was way out in front of that one. That one just misses outside and high. Now 1-2 as Barry was trying to get Barda to chase and change her eye level. The 1-2 on its way. Strike 3 called over the corner. And Barry has now struck out 4 in a row. She's got 5 strikeouts through 2 2/3. That'll bring up the second baseman, Hannah Romer. That one just misses outside. Trying to get that corner. The 1-0. Romer checks her swing, but the pitch was a strike nonetheless, as Barry paints the corner. That one's low, 2-1. Romer has worked herself in to a hitter's count here. Two and one now to Romer. Chops at that one, fouls it off towards Esko head coach Jeff Emanuel. It's now 2-2. That one's fouled back. That is 2-2 now. That one's shot foul and out of play. We'll do it over again. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to third, scooped up there by Mance, fires across in time to Egbert to retire the sign. 9 up, 9 down for Esko as we head to the bottom of the third. We're scoreless between Rockford and Esko here on NSPN.TV. We'll be back as the Class 2A quarterfinal rolls on.
Built live, built on passion, built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for three. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
We head to the bottom of the third in this Class 2A consolation semifinal. We're scoreless in the third. It'll be Ashley Mantz, Gabby Altman, and Ashley Storrs coming up for Rockford. They'll face Kiara Leach, who has settled in since giving up a pair of first-inning singles. She's able to leave those two runners in scoring position. Mantz will dig in to face Leach. Leach looking for her first strikeout, has done a good job relying on her defense in the circle. That one's upstairs and high to Mantz. The 1-0 is roped to left field, but right there and underneath it is Emma Atkins to make the catch. Mantz put a good charge into it, but it was just right to Atkins in left. Turns it over for the top of the order for Gabby Altman. She started the game with a ground ball to Leach. And Leach gets ahead with a nice fastball over the corner. It's 0-1 to the batter Altman, who grounded out in the first. Leach spins that ball in her glove and now delivers. That one's outside as Johnson trying to bring that one back into the zone. That one was in the left-hander batter's box. Now 1-1. Working inside on the hands, and that one's fouled off into the netting. And it's now 1-2 to the batter Altman. One and two now to the batter Altman. As Leach delivers, off speed, fouled back. Altman did a nice job of spoiling that one. Leach went upstairs on it. Altman on front, but fouls that one off. The 1-2. Leach really took something off of that one, but missed the zone. That's now 2-2. Leach gets the sign as it comes in from the Esko coaching staff. Off speed again, ground ball to short. Swanson fires across, but beating it out at first is Altman. Good hustle there. Swanson had a strong throw, but Altman in her speed beats that one out. She reaches on the single. They'll bring up Ashley Storrs. A tough one there for Swanson in the hole. And there's a strong throw, but Altman beats it out. Now Storrs lays down the bunt, dives right in front of the plate. The throw pulls the second baseman Romer off the bag. A beautiful bunt there by Storrs. She dropped it right into the batter's box inside the line. Emmanuel's coming out to talk and ask about the location of that ball. The umpire's pointing to where it was. He's saying it's a fair ball. Now they're going to have a further discussion about it, but it'll be first and second as Storrs reaches. And the discussion still continues. That'll bring up Lily Berry, who singled, so Rockford has runners at first and second with one away. As Berry takes that one low and inside. Now it's 1-0. The 1-0 inside for a ball. It's now 2-0. So it goes to the sack bunt for Storrs. The throw pulled Romer off the bang, and it's runners at first and second. Now it's 2-0 to the batter Berry, who singled in the first. That one's outside. Johnson gets in front and smothers it, but it's 3-0. As Rockford's starting to put some pressure on. The 3-0 taking all the way and working the walk is Berry, and the bases are full of Rockets. And that'll bring up Sophie Westgard. She grounded out to first her first time up. We're going to have a runner. Will be number 7 running at first. Will be Tegan Weineck will run. So Weineck will run at first. Altman's at third. Storrs is at second. Weineck at first. Base is full with one away here in the Rockford half of the third. So Westgard will dig in. Left-hand hitting catcher with a wide open stance. Leach rocks and delivers. Westgard first pitch swinging, lofted to left center field. Giving chase and making a nice catch is Barta. The runners will advance. It's a sacrifice fly, but a nice sliding catch by Ellie Barta in center field. But Rockford will take the 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly. As Altman will score, Storms will move up. And the runner at first moves up to second, so now second and third, 2 away. As Franny Wachholz digs in. Now they'll appeal at first. They say she's safe and did not leave early. We had saw an appeal play work earlier today. Wonder if they're going to appeal around the diamond. They will not. Leach rocks and fires. Wachholz first pitch swing, a nice scoop at third by Barta. The throw across the diamond is in time. As Lucy Barta with a nice play at third fires the gun to retire the side. But the Rockford Rockets strike for a run. As we're through 3, Rockford leads Esko by a score of 1-0.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Well, we head to the 4th inning. Rockford gets a run on a sacrifice fly by Sophie Westgard on an outstanding play by Ellie Barta sliding in left center field to make the catch. She doesn't get to that ball. That ball drops Rockford probably has a big crooked number in that inning. We head to the top of the fourth. Clara Swanson, Addie Johnson, and Kira Leach due up for Esko. Looking for their first base runner of this game. As Lily Berry has retired Esko in order in the first 3 innings. That one stops in front of the mound. Quick throw by Berry, and she retires Swanson for the out. Quickly one away in the Esko half of the fourth. Addie Johnson will dig in. She grounded out to first her first time up. That one's low for a ball. 1-1 to Johnson. A right-hand hitting catcher for Esko has done a nice job behind the plate. Just trying to get something going for Esko here in the fourth. Takes that one for a strike over the corner and evens the count at 1. Thank you for tuning in to NSPN.TV and the coverage of the Tournament 26 here from Mankato. It rolls on this afternoon with semifinal round action as that one paints the corner. It's 1-2. Class 4A and Class 3A semifinals come up next. And it'll be the Class 1A and 2A semifinals later today as Berry gets Johnson to wave through that one for the strikeout. Quickly 2 away here in the Esko half of the fourth. 6 strikeouts now for Berry. As Leach digs in, she was a strikeout victim in the first. Takes that one outside and high. Berry back into the circle, the 1-0. Leach pops that one to the near side into the netting. And we'll do it all over again in 1-1. Berry changed the speed on that one. The 1-1. Leach drops that one down the third baseline, but it's foul as Mintz was retreating, trying to get to that ball. It goes out of her glove. And it'll be a foul ball. 1-2 to Leach. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. 3 up, 3 down for Esko again in the fourth. As Berry gets her second strikeout of the inning and her 7th of the game. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Rockford leads Esko by a score of 1-0 here on NSPN.TV.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Well, welcome back. NSPN.TV's coverage of the Class 2A consolation round. The Rockford Rockets lead this one by a score of 1-0. They'll have Lauren Egbert, Kidsley Kelvey, and Kira Griffin coming up to face Kira Leach. Egbert flew out to center field her first time up in the second. As Leach in the circle, spins it around, and now delivers to the plate. Now it's in there for a strike. Leach gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. That's low. And it's now 1-1. The 1-1 waved out there. Egbert had a big cut at that one, but it's 1-2 as Leach now ahead in the count. Unofficially at 46 pitches here into the fourth inning. And the 1-2 off speed is low. Egbert doesn't offer at that one. And it's 2-2. The 2-2 lined up the middle, just past the outstretched glove of Swanson for a single for Egbert. As she leads off the Rocket half of the fourth with a single up the middle. The big fly continuing to happen at field 2 as Caledonia now has taken a 3-2 lead on DGF with their second home run of the game. The winner of that one will play the winner of this one. Bunt shown, it's laid down, but it's foul. As Kelvey was trying to lay down the bunt and went down the third base line, it's foul, 0-1. Leach rocks, delivers, bunt shown, pulled back, runner short secondary lead at first, she'll stay there. It's now 1-1 to the batter, Kelvey. The 1-1. That one's lofted to the right side, gone, backing up, makes the catch. She does a nice job avoiding the runner who's on the bag and avoiding the base itself as Gunn comes down with that one. And there's now one away here in the fourth. Brings up Kiera Griffin. To face Kiera, Leach Griffin popped out to the catcher in the second. Shows bunt, lays it down. Gunn charges, fires to Romer covering to get the out. Then moves the runner to second base. I think the head coach of Rockford was hoping the runner, Egbert, would have went to third. As no one was covered for Esko. But there's now two away. And Ashley Mantz will dig in. She's 0 for 1. Got a fly ball to the left the first time up. Grounds that one foul. Mantz with a good cut on that one and fouls it off. It's now 0-1 to her. Rockford struck for a run in the third on a sacrifice fly by Sophie Westgard. That's the only scoring in this one right now. Leach rocks. That comes to the plate. That one's low. Gets through the legs of Johnson and it allows Egbert to advance on the wild pitch. It's one of those that was short of the plate and it didn't bounce up and ended up going through the legs of Johnson. Now a runner at third base with two away for Rockford. The 1-1. Grounded to short. Swanson on a hop. Fires across in time. And Rockford will strand a runner at third as Swanson throws the gun to retire the side. And after 4 completes here from Mankato, Rockford leads this one by a score of 1-0 on NSPN.TV.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs at nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
Back here to Caswell Park. Lilyberry back on for 5th inning of work. She has retired 12 straight. Esko looking for their first base runner in this one. Kind of laughing the catcher, Sophie Westgard, as she's trying to throw it down after the warm-ups. Ended up spiking it as she held on to it. But now Esko will have Ellie Barnett, Cadence Gahn, and Cam Korkala coming up here in the 5th. Esko still looking for their first hit in the tournament, as Nettie Parsons shut down Esko yesterday, and right now Lilyberry has done the same, but it's just 1-0. Off-speed pitch outside. Westgard held it there, trying to frame it. Umpire says that's just outside. Berry rocks the 1-0. Waved at there. Big cut by Barta. That's now 1-1. Barta popped up to first. Her first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. Takes that one over the corner. Nice shot there. Westgard setting up outside. Kind of brought that one in with the glove a little bit, but where she set up made it look like it's a strike. And it's 1-2. The 1-2 fouled straight back by Barta, and we'll do it again. Roxon fires a 1-2. Drops inside for a ball. It's now 2-2 and low. The 2-2. Grounded to third. Bobbled at third, and Esko has a base runner in Barta. Mance came up a little early on that one, and it stayed at her feet. And Barta is on at first base. I'll bring up Cadence Gahn. That breaks up the perfect game as Barta reaches on the air. Now this show bunt is gone. Lays down a beauty. The throw to first is in time, as Westgard hopped up, fired it over to first. To Egbert covering, but a beautiful bunt by Gahn puts the tying run at second base. Now bring up Cam Korkala with one away. Here in the Esko half of the 5th. She digs in, takes that one over the corner. It's 0-1 to Korkala. Berry at just 53 pitches. Roxon fires. That one waved at by Korkala. She was just over it. That's now 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Strike 3 called. Korkala down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And now that will bring up Emma Adkins. The 8th strikeout of the game for Lilyberry. Esko has the tying run at second. That one waved at there by Atkins. The throw down to third, sliding in safely is Barta. She took off. Strong throw, but Barta gets to the bag on the off-speed pitch. It dropped low. And Westgard's throw to third, not in time. The fastball inside over the plate. It's now 0-2. To Atkins. Struck out. It's her first time up. Off-speed outside. Westgard tried to bring that one back in. It's 1-2. Esko trailing 1-0 here in the fifth. They have Barta at third. That one grounded. Short hop picked up by the pitcher. She fires it time, but it's dropped at first. And Esko has tied it up on the air. A ball out of the glove on the throw to first allows Barta to score. And a runner stands at first on the air, and we're tied at 1 here in the fifth. We have a runner at first. Will be Kennedy Fox will now run at first base as Lucy Barta will dig in. As we're now tied at 1 as Esko has capitalized on a pair of Rockford errors. As Barry fielding position fires the ball to first and it goes out of the glove for an error. That allowed Ellie Barta to come around to score, who reached on an error to start the inning. Lucy Barta digs in, shows bunts that one foul. Esko trying to use Barta's wheels with 2 outs and put pressure on Rockford, who's struggled a bit fielding the ball here in the fifth. Barta back in, 0-1 to her. Shows bunt, the runner steals second, the throw on time, but the tag is late as Fox gets her foot in there, and Fox gets the stolen base. Pitch was a ball to Barta, so it's 1-1. Barta waves at that one, 1-2 now. Thinking she was just showing bunt there to try to obstruct a little bit of the throwing vision of the catcher. As Fox steals second. Now the go-ahead run for Esko is at second. 1-2 though to Barta. The 1-2 waved at strike 3. Barry gets out of it, but Esko ties it up with a run in the fifth. We head to the bottom of 5. It is 1-1 between Rockford and Esko in this Class 2A consolation semifinal. We'll be back on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Esko finally gets a base runner, and they end up putting that runner on and getting that runner in. Still looking for their first hit as they got a run on 2 errors and leave a runner stranded. It'll be the top of the order coming up for Rockford in the fifth. Gabby Altman, Ashley Storrs, and Lily Berry to face Kiara Leach as we had a tie ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. Altman is 1 for 2 today. Grounded out in the first, singled and scored in the third. And a play in that third inning still standing out is the sliding catch by Ellie Barta. As Leach gets ahead of Altman on the corner. Barta, with bases loaded, made a sliding grab in center field. It ended up being a sacrifice fly. She doesn't make that grab. Rockford scores a couple of runs. Instead, they just get the 1. Now that one's popped up right side, gone backing up, and it finals into that Bermuda triangle behind first base. as Romer gives chase, but it dropped. And Altman reaches with the leadoff single in the 5th. It was hit just hard enough to get over first, and Romer chasing, and it falls and just stopped enough where McKibben couldn't get to it. Ashley Storrs digs in. Shows bunt. Pitches upstairs, and it hits her. We'll see if they bring her back. Nope, they don't. They're going to award her first base. Esko might have a discussion that they think that she went on the pitch, and now the umpires are going to discuss, because if she offered, it is a strike. And that's what they're going to say. They might call her back here to the plate, as the umpires are discussing. She showed bunt. My angle, I couldn't really tell you for sure if she pulled back or not. A lengthy discussion taking place between our umpiring crew. And they're going to leave the call as is. It's going to be a hits batter. Well, that'll bring up Lily Berry. Well, runners at first and second. Now nobody out for Rockford. We're tied at 1 in the 5th. Leach trying to wiggle out of it. Delivers a pitch outside, but catches a corner. Addie Johnson, the Esko catcher, with a great frame job on that one. These catchers doing a good job moving around behind each corner of the plate. Sets up outside. The 0-1 is further outside, gets away from Johnson, and the runners advance. That one just goes off the edge of the glove of Johnson. And just far enough, once that ball hit the dirt, Altman and Storrs took off, and now runners at second and third. Nobody out, and a 1-1 count to Berry. Singled and walked in her 2 plate appearances today. That one's in there for a strike. Leach climbs the ladder on that one and paints the corner. It's 1-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1 between Esko and Rockford. Leach delivers. Lifted to the right side, Gunn backs up, makes the catch, keeps the runners at second and third. Nice job by the first baseman, Gunn, backing up and making that catch on the fly ball. And now one away for Sophie Westgard. Grounded out and hit that sacrifice fly to center. First base open. Leach rocks and delivers. Westgard with a big cut at that one. Fouls that one off. Ends up going off and knocking off the mask of the home plate umpire. He resets. Westgard digs in, left-handed hitting. The 0-1 roped out to right field, and that ball is gone. It's a 3-run home run for Sophie Westgard, and the Rockets take the lead as she ropes the line drive home run to right center field. And Rockford celebrates at home. It's now 4-1. And now that will bring up Franny Wacholtz with the bases cleared. So Esko worked to get that run back in the top of the 5th. But Rockford comes right back with a 3-1 home run from Sophie Westgard. That brings up Franny Wacholtz, 0 for 2 on the day. As Westgard just roped that laser to right to give her Rockets a 4-1 lead. That one's outside to Wacholtz, who now bats with the bases empty and a 4-1 lead. Looking for her first hit today. She's 0 for 2. Waved at there as Wacholtz was looking to go back-to-back with Westgard as she had a big cut at that one. It's now 1-1. The 1-1 offering. Grounded through and the hole for a base hit for Wacholtz. As that one just goes past the outstretched glove of Barda at third. It's a single for Wacholtz. And Rockford has answered right back after Esko tied it. Lauren Egbert, 1 for 2 on the day. She homered yesterday for Rockford. That one's outside. Oh, it actually caught enough of the plate. Thought from up here was outside. I jumped ahead of that call. It's 0-1. That one misses outside. And it's now 1-1. Caledonia now rallying as they lead DGF 5-2. Winner of this one will take on the winner of that one. Upstairs, it's now 2-1. The 2-1, grounded up the middle. Nice play by Leach to throw to Swanson. Leads her off the bag, but she kept her foot on and gets the out at second. Esko was looking to turn 2, but a nice job by Swanson on the tough throw. Egbert will reach on the fielder's choice. Retired as the runner at second. I'll bring up Kinsley Kelvey. As Wacholtz slid in, Swanson did a nice job keeping her foot on the bag on the high throw. Waves at that one, does Kelvey. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Leach rocks and comes to the plate, the 0-1. That one's low. Runner will stay at first. That's 1-1. The 1-1 outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. Rockets are energized. You can hear they got coordinated cheers. The crown is on Westgard after she hit the home run. She's driven in all 4 runs in this game for Rockford. The 1-2 outside, trying to stretch the zone even further. It's now 2-2. To Kelvey with the runner at first. Time called. Communication between Esko's Kendra Johnson and the coach. Now settled in. The 2-2. On a hop to third, nice play, and quickly across the diamond by Lucy Barda to retire the side, but Rockford gets the big fly, and they take a 4-1 lead, and after 5, the Rockets lead here on NSPN.TV. We'll be back here to North Mankato in the Class 2A Consolation Semifinals.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Hannah Romer will dig in for Esko here in the 6th as Rockford has jumped ahead 4-1 after the 3-run home run by Westgard as Romer fouls that one off and almost hit her coach, who was chatting with Rockford. It's now 0-1. The 0-1 to Romer. She's out in front of that one, now 0-2. As Barry continues to work, she's on for her 6th inning. Still's not allowed a hit. Esko got the runs on a pair of Rockford errors. The 0-2 to Romer outside and high. That's now 1-2. Esko still looking for their first hit of this tournament. The 1-2, Romer checks her swing, gets just enough of it. She was so far out in front, she was able to keep her hands back and just tap that ball foul. As Barry went off speed on that one. The 1-2, backs her off the plate inside. It's now 2-2. The 2-2, waved hand by Romer. She's down on strikes. And one away here in the 6th. They'll turn it over for the top of the order. Clara Swanson, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of groundouts. That one's in there for a strike. Barry ahead. And it's 0-1. The 0-1. Out in front, Swanson grounded to third, scooped off on the line, low throw, but picked out at first. Nice job by Egbert picking that one out on the throw from Mance, and now there's 2 away in the 6th. Now I'll bring up Addie Johnson. A ground out and a strikeout in her 2 plate appearances. Checks her swing. They appeal. They say she offered it, 0-1. Just over an hour and 10 minutes into this game. Started at 11:35. That one waved at by Johnson and very quickly ahead, 0-2. Nine strikeouts for Barry. She's looking for number 10. The 0-2. Fouled off by Johnson. She stays alive. Barry delivers the 0-2 off speed outside. 1-2 trying to get Johnson to chase. Esko with a run in the 5th to tie it at 1, but then a 3-run home run is the difference. At strike 3 called. Johnson out on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for Esko in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Rockford leads this one by a score of 4-1 here on NSPN.TV.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rockford will have Kira Griffin, Ashley Mantz, and Gabby Altman coming up to face Kira Leach, who's on for her 6th inning of work. In fact, we'll have a new hitter to start this 6th for Rockford. It'll be Chloe Hunter. Leach so far has allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. 1 walk, hasn't struck out a batter. Her counterpart, Lily Berry, 6 innings, no hits, 1 run, 11 strikeouts. It's been the story of the tournament. Esko has ran into some outstanding pitching. Nettie Parsons yesterday. Today, Lily Berry. Chloe Hunter will dig in. Takes that one outside. Corner for a strike as Leach paints the corner. That one roped to the right side. Nice backhand play there by Romer. And she makes a strong throw across for the out. As Bromer ranged towards second base, made the play there. I'll bring up Ashlyn Mantz. 0 for 2 on the day. Waves at that one. She had a nice cut. She's hit the ball hard each time up. But the Esko defense is coming up with the nice plays on her at-bats. That's waved at there by Mantz over the off-speed of Leach. Leach looking for her first strikeout of the game. Goes upstairs with that one. It's 1-2. The 1-2 lofted towards left. Coming in is Atkins. She makes the catch on the run. And 2 away for Rockford in their half of the 6th. Gabby Altman, the scheduled hitter. But it looks like we'll have a new hitter for Hare. Altman 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. We'll have a pinch hitter. It'll be Adriana Washik announced as the hitter for Altman. The 0-2, the 2-out first pitch to Washik drops in for a strike as Leach gets ahead. The 0-1 low and outside. Leach rocks it, fires the 1-1 off the end of the bench, down the right side. It drops, but it's foul. That'll be 1 and 2 to Washington. The Rebels starting to put some pressure on in the 7th against Caledonia. It's 5-2 over there. They got runners at 2nd and 3rd. Do the Rebels trailing Caledonia 5-2. Of interest, the winner of that one plays the winner of this one in the Constellation Finals. That will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Leach delivers. That one's lofted to right center field. A nice read on that one is Ellie Barta, and she puts it away for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Esko trailing Rockford by a score of 4-1 here on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips. You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MN Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
We head here to the top of the 7th inning. Kiera Leach, Ellie Barta, and Kanan's Gone are the hitters due up for Esko, as they hope to try to continue their season with a rally here in the 7th. Lily Berry in the circle is hoping to complete the no-hitter. She has allowed 1 run on a pair of errors. She has struck out 11 Esko batters. Leach has struck out twice, steps in 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Berry delivers, waved at. As Leach swings over that one. Very beneficent, 78 pitches. 79 is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. The 1-1 grounded to the right side, but just foul. Egbert was there at first. So Caledonia advances to the Constellation Final. They'll play at 11 a.m. against the winner of this one. The 1-2 off speed. Leach spoils that one. Fouls that one into the netting. The Constellation and 3rd place games take place tomorrow. The championships are on June 5th at Jane Sage Cowell Stadium on the campus of the University of Minnesota. The 1-2 pitch just outside on the corner. Westgard held it there, hoping to convince the umpire, but instead it's 2-2. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Leach down looking. And it's a strikeout for Berry in the top of the 7th. I'll bring up Ellie Barta reached on an error and scored in the 5th. As Berry has now struck out 12. She delivers. That one's grounded to 3rd. Stabbed at. Nice play there. The throw across in time as Bantz with the strong throw over to Egbert, and down quickly 2 away. And Esko's down to their final out. And we will have a new hitter here. Now hitting for Esko will be Cameron Korkula. Nope, they're going to switch. That's almost out of order, but they are now going to have the new hitter. I apologize. It'll be Callie Fox. Callie Fox will dig in. The senior. Will step in. With 2 away here in the Esko half of the 7th. Rockford leads this one 4-1. Barry Roxon delivers in there for strike 1. She's quickly ahead of Fox. 0-1. The 0-1 waved at by Fox, and Barry quickly ahead. 0-2. She's a strike away from a no-hitter. The 0-2 grounded back to the mound, gets by her, but charging hard and making a strong throw is Altman to first to retire the side, and it's a no-hitter once again for Lily Berry. As Rockford is moving on with the victory. So Rockford will play Caledonia. As Rockford picks up the 4-1 victory, Lily Berry strikes out 12, does not allow a hit, allows 1 run for the Rockets in the win. Carol Leach suffers the loss in the circle. Leach allows 4 runs on 7 hits. She walked 1 in 6 innings of work. Berry, 7 innings, the no-hitter, 1 run, strikes out 12 to pick up the win. The big hit in the game was a 3-run home run in the 5th inning by Sophie Westgard. She drove in all 4 runs for Rockford. As Rockford picks up the victory, Rockford now improves to 24-4. Esko will have its season come to an end with a record of 18-8. We thank you for tuning in to NSPN.TV's coverage of the Class 2A consolation round. Rockford and Caledonia will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the consolation final. We thank you for tuning in and hope you have a good rest of your day.
This is NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.